A couple of days later, and this time I'm really going to go for it. I get out of bed at some early time or other, a time I usually wouldn't be seen dead at, mostly because Daniel's asleep anyway, and death is better than early mornings in a cold Hackney high-rise. I scratch myself in the mirrors in the bathroom and smoke 2 cigarettes over a cup of tea. As a result, I need a good crap. After that, I smoke some more. And 50 minutes of white, featureless morning pass, and I really can't ignore the call of civilization any longer. So I get my bits together and I go out. I get to somewhere near Great Big Portland Street after a journey my lack of attention didn't deposit in my memory. It's the temp agency, Catch-22, which is, supposed to appeal to me. I consider some banter along the lines of asking them not to give me a job because I'm crazy, but it comes to nothing. The office is 90 feet long and 2 yards wide, so desks are a bit of a problem. Space is a funny thing in London. Carpet is green, but not a real green, just mouldy maybe. Various desultory typists type desultorily, if that's a word. Certainly a style. Whatever Dickensian lackey was on reception that day receives me, and I get to sit in a kind of chair which is designed to resemble a chair in everything but function. I cross my legs and wait, my foot tapping the opposite wall. Maybe I have to wait until the guy I want to see has gone to dinner before I can see him, I muse, ironically to myself. Maybe jokes like that serve a purpose for people like me who don't want to be where they are or do what they're doing, because it is where they are and what they're doing. Some guy with a shirt on comes up and gives me a long green form to fill in, so I put down the usual crap. I don't write Yozarian under name because everybody else has, or so I think. People walk up and down, but not across, holding bits of paper they hope everyone thinks are contracts. The keen ones have ties. They leave a trail of slime behind them, which explains the carpet. Another guy comes up and tries to patronise me a bit, but I wasn't really paying attention after he tells me his name is Toby. These people stank of manipulation and greed on a very small scale indeed. What they do is offer last-minute gap-fill workers to companies whose employees have realised how shit their job is and don't bother to tell the boss they're never coming back. Ever. The agency charges a lot for this emergency bailout service, as they figure the company has a contract riding on who turns up, and they would rather pay over the odds for a body than lose the contract altogether. They do pay up, but still make a profit instead of nothing, and the agency doesn't pass the money on to the worker. Minimum wage for unskilled schlepping and slopping, really, is what it amounts to. I can imagine these guys sitting in the university cafe a few years before, working out this great business plan to screw people over in 2 directions at once by just answering the phone all day. Employers who don't work employing employees who can't do anything else. The guy in the second shirt is blathering about a lot of jobs and keeping me busy, and I'm wondering how he kind of got such a wrong impression of me. I'm trying to hide the rips in my jacket, but I can't turn sideways on because the shape of the room means any lateral movement, and I kick him in the face. We have a conversation in 2 different languages, but both understand what he's trying to do to me. He tells me about how much money I could make, which, translated, means dream on about a living, sucker. And if I prove to be reliable, which means if you let us shaft you again and again, and rewards like office jobs for trusted staff, equaling there's no nice jobs here in hell, buddy. And he's kind of vague about getting in touch, but encouraging about the possibility of exploiting me for profit. I leave without understanding very much of what I might have just done. Colin put me onto these people, said something about cash money, and there my recollection ends. Anyway, I think outside, I've actually approached someone about a job. I don't know what job, but... From there, a brisk walk down to an office where I nearly had a little temping a while back. I like to believe I would have enjoyed myself there. I fluff around on the wrong side of the desk I almost used to work at, and do another form, although this is pointless for 2 reasons. They know me and... Actually, it's 1 reason. They won't hire me because they already know I'm feckless as a thing with absolutely no feck at all. Anyway, that's 2 applications in 1 day. Things are going well, statistics-wise. I leave and they throw my form in the bin as I walk towards the British Museum, where I've heard they're hiring.